This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So good morning team in this Databricks Data Engineer Master Program. So in today's session we talk about Delta Lake Architecture Internal Working Mechanism. So part 1. Okay. So we will learn why we want to use Delta Lake Internal Working Mechanism, checkpoint and deletion vector, how deletion vector works. So these things we'll be discussing in today's session. If we come here, okay. Firstly, I want to go to compute, click on create compute, because in the latest version 15.4 the deletion vector is enabled, which makes the data handling more efficient. Okay, so now what we wanted to do is, today I want to show you without the deletion vector. So deletion vector is the latest feature. Okay, so before deletion vector how it was, after deletion vector how it was, to show you today I will be taking without deletion vector. Okay, 12.2 Databricks runtime I'm just creating. After that, go to this particular notebook, and what I'm going to do is I'll create a one storage and I'll create a mount point quickly for that particular storage. Click on storage account, click on create storage account team, create a resource group cloud pandit dev rg, click ok. Storage account name is cloud pandit DLS. Click next. Enable hierarchy namespace. Click review plus create. Click create. So now next portal.azure.com. Go to Microsoft Enter ID. Maybe you can directly search with app registration. You know, right? App registration. Go to app registration. Let's use Cloud Pandit user 2. Use here 2BDFC. 2BDFC. Same user credentials we have used. So what I wanted to do, I want to take this user, I want to add this user in the data lake storage. Let's wait. Okay. Take this user, go to ADLS, go to resource, access control IAM. What is the role we need to grant it him? Tell me.
Storage blob contributor.
Storage
Data
block.
contributor.
Storage block data contributor. Click next, select members. Put that user here. Okay. Click review plus assign and assign it. Once you assign that, go to containers, create a container called global, create it. Okay, come here. So if at all already mnt slash global mount point is available, so I'm going to disable this. Okay, I'm just unmounting. Once unmount is completed, meantime you see here 2BDFC. It is there. Direct ID F880, F880. You see F880. Next LDF 8Qs, the secret value. Go to certificate and secret. You see LDF. Yesterday only we created. Okay, see, this is created on the June 10, 2025 LDF. This particular secret I have kept here. Cloud Pandit Dev ADLS is the storage name. Container name is global. So we no need to make any changes in this. This is going to work perfectly. You can create the movement. If you see here, right down, auto optimize while writing, auto compaction. Compaction means what happens if you have a small files, it will bring it to a single file. Okay, while writing also it will check what is the efficient way to write. So these optimization and all, if it is doing automatically, you will not be able to understand what exactly is happening. So that's why I'm disabling these optimizations. Now I'm just checking whether this path is available or not. Okay, this path is not available. Now I'm going to create a EMP table. After creation of this EMP table, this is external table or managed table team?
External.
External table. So if you're not aware, you can able to verify those things here. Describe formatted EMP. Okay, you can see it is external um, table, and this is the location under default database. EMP table is created. Now the thing is, see, auto compaction, auto optimize, right, all these things I made it as a false. Okay, next, India slash landing slash EMP. Now what we will have under this EMP folder now?
We have data log files.
When you create a table, it creates a delta log, right? I told you. Okay, now let's try to see under delta log folder what you have. See, under delta log folder, I am seeing some optimizations, then some JSON and the CRC files. Under delta log folder, I am seeing this. Now I am adding a one not null constraint. I am adding a one check constraint. So two more alter statements I am running. Yeah. Now describe the table. These are the four columns we have. Now extend this. You can see, right, check constraint is showing as part of the table properties. Describe details EMP. It will show details in a single line, but you will see same things again. Here table properties, if you see one check constraint, auto optimize, auto compaction, I made it as a false check constraint. You can see clear. Now under EMP folder, now tell me what all folders we will have under EMP folder. Delta logs. See, until we add the data, we have only delta log folder. We don't have any other things. Okay. Now, when I look at the delta log folder, see, you are seeing only delta log as we have not added the data. But under delta log, if you see, first we created the table, these two are created. When you add a null constraint, these two are created. When you add a check constraint, these two are created. Correct? Now let's understand this. First, I want to go with the zero. See, this is how I'll be reading the files I told you yesterday, how to query these files. Okay. Now, to understand these things better, there is a maximize focus mode. Click on the focus mode. Okay, this is a cell I executed. Now I came to the maximize focus mode. Now first let's look at what happened. What is the commit? So commit info is, it is saying they, like, user is created the table. What is the operation? User created the table. What is transaction ID, user ID, username, timestamp when it is performed, in which notebook it is performed, in which cluster ID, what is the runtime they have used. All these things will be there. But ultimately the commit is create table. Okay, created the table. What are the properties you have added? The properties are added is reader version is 1, writer version is 2. Whenever you create a table, the default reader version is 1, writer version is 2. And if you go to metadata, you can see these are the metadata information. Provider is Parquet, and ID is provider, means remember it is a delta table, but the extension of the files we will have as a Parquet going forward. Okay. Now first column is ID, type is integer, nullable equal to true. Second column name, nullable equal to true. String, age integer, nullable equal to true. Third column active, type is boolean, nullable equal to true. All are nullable equal to true. Correct? We are good till here. Now I am going to the second version. One, I am making it as a one. One means second version, when we made a not null, when we made a update, alter statement, commit info, change column, something we changed. What we changed? ID, type is integer, nullable equal to false. We made it as a nullable equal to false. Now if you look at the metadata, now metadata is changed from nullable, earlier nullable equal to true, true, true everywhere, but now nullable equal to false here. Okay, auto compaction, optimize right is false, false. Okay, this is the second version when you add the not null constraint. Next, two. What you have done the in the third time tip? First you create table, next not null constraint you added. Next what you added?
Age constraint.
Check
Check.
constraint, not age constraint. Check constraint.
Okay.
Now look at this. Added the constraint, that is operation is this age check. Age is expected. Expression is age should be greater than or equal to 18 or less than 100. If you go to metadata, see what the versions are updated whenever you add the check constraint. Writer version moved from 2 to 3. Metadata is now, if you see here, the constraint, check constraint you will see here, not in the metadata. You will see check constraint in the configurations here. Clear? This is what happened in the last three updates on the EMP table. Now let's understand what is the CRC file. Go to focus mode once again. Let's run this. CRC is more of a internal thing. It will have entire binary things. It's not much readable for you. You can't understand anything here. You see, a lot of things are there, but you can't able to understand anything. It's a single row. Okay. Next,
Uh,
execute the
here
next.
why one doubt. Here why we're doing selected from JSON. Uh, it's not a JSON file, right? Or
No, it is basically JSON data only. So for CRC, you don't need to give, because internally the content of this file is JSON only still. Okay, you are seeing right here. Here configuration key and value pair. Okay, so that's
okay.
how metadata, see min read version, min write version, so 2. So transaction id you are able to read at least when you add a null constant. See, nullable equal to false. This is in the second update. But crc files, if you read, it is more of internal thing. You will not be able to understand most of the things in the crc. It is a checksum file, you can say. Okay, see, check constant is added, that's it. Okay, this is the transaction id, versions are updated from 2 to 3, number of protocol, number of metadata files are added is 1. So all these things will be there like this. Okay, so that's how you can able to read the crc and json files from the delta log. JSON will have the human readable format of the logging. crc is more of a checksum internal mechanism. So for internal thing, it maintains all the transaction IDs, all those things. Clear? Now, I am just describing the history of the EMP table. When you describe the history of EMP table, it will tell you what all things we have done on this table. First, you created a table. Next, you changed the column. Next, you added the constant. You changed the column with the null constant, not null constant. This is a add constant. Able to understand it, so you can also see these things through the history.
Here
Now
one thing,
tell me till here any doubts.
yeah, history means how many days it will show.
Last 7 days changes by default. If you want to increase, you can able to increase those things. Any other questions?
Here timestamp is in UTC, I believe, right? I mean,
Yes,
if we
correct,
okay.
correct. Any other questions? Okay, let's move on. Delta Lake is efficient in handling data using statistics. Let's understand. Okay, let's understand how it will maintain stats when we insert one record versus multiple records. So now I am inserting a one record today. Now tell me what all things will be there under EMP folder now.
For this operation, it will create a separate Parquet file.
Hmm. It creates a separate Parquet file, okay, and a delta log also will add, correct?
Uh,
So this is the
yeah,
file.
means for each operation, JSON and CRC will create along with Parquet.
Yes, yes. Okay. So this is the Parquet file is created. Can you tell me what content this Parquet file contains? Tim?
Uh, Parquet file we can't read the content here. It is columnar format.
When we inserted this record, as a result this Parquet file is created, meaning this is the record which is inserted into this table, this file, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, ID1 is available in this. How you can double confirm it? Yes, maybe you can read it, that is not the right way. Through the delta log. Delta log will tell you. See, okay, third, this thing is added. Now I'm just reading the only JSON. I'll read because it will have all the required information. Now commit info, if you see, it is saying write operation. Number of files is added is 1. Number of output rows written is 1. Okay, now let's understand more on this. If you see here, so it is saying clearly this is the file it is added. It is saying, is it matching with what is added? You see here, is it matching? Yes, matching. Next, What it is saying? Stats, number of records, one record is added, minimum ID is available as 1, maximum ID is available as 1, minimum name is available as Rama, maximum name also available as Rama, minimum age is available as 32, maximum age is available as 32. Okay, as we have a single record, the all stats min and max values referring to the same, meaning here also it is clearly saying one record is available, that record is id 1, correct? So with this I can confirm that in this particular Parquet file we have a id 1 record, correct?
Yes.
So later I request you not to ask again how the first record went to this file and all. Okay, I am giving enough explanation, because if you again after explaining everything, if you say how that come, it is come and all, again it takes a 40-50 minutes to start from the beginning. Okay, that's why if you have any doubts you should ask now itself. Okay, fine. Now I am adding a one more record. Now what happens? It is throwing an error. Now what happens? Tell me. First thing is why it is throwing an error? Tell me.
We are checking the
It
age and it
already,
is less than 18.
yeah, it is checking the constraint.
Why it is throwing an error? It is checking the age constraint. Okay, age constraint is violated. It is throwing an error. Now under EMP folder, what all things I will have now?
We will have delta logs and one Parquet file.
For this failed operation also, you will have a separate Parquet file and delta logs will create one JSON
So
and one
tell me
CRC.
total what all things will be there under EMP. Under EMP, one
No,
delta folder, two Parquet files will be there. That's how you need to answer. Okay, let's understand what is the new file which is added, Tim. I think 00C0 is the new one. No. This file only new one. How many records we are expecting in this file? Zero
0
record.
records.
Okay, in this file, one record, that is ID equal to 1. Zero records are available in this. Okay, let's understand through the logging. When I say underscore delta log, where is log? Where is log, Tim? Why log is not created?
because we didn't put any data into the table.
Okay, even though Parquet file is created, but log is not created. The reason is you can see I am executing again. It is a failed transaction. For failed transaction, log will not be added. See now. Now even if you have any doubt, you can see this will show the previous record ID 1, previous transaction. It's a write operation. One record is written and it is pointing to the file 6F5. It is basically talking about this file, meaning it is the earlier transaction details we have. We don't have the latest transaction details because the latest transaction file got failed. Latest transaction failed got latest transaction got failed. Okay. Now let's look at the history. What it is saying, even in the history also the latest write operation which got failed is not available, because this history again get it from the delta log. So delta log not created means the history also will not be able to fetch it. Are we good till here?
One doubt. But for failed transaction, why Parquet file is created?
why Parquet file is created means that's how the delta is designed. Why it is created we are not sure, but that is not at all useful. So just a Parquet file is creating, we won't take it. So there is a something called auto compaction and deletion vector. These features when we enabled in the latest version, that is what they are doing. So they are cleaning up these kind of a files which are creating in earlier version. So we were having this problem of creating the uh, Parquet files without any data. So that's why in the latest versions, what it is doing is it is cleaning up those things automatically. So that is what you will see in tomorrow session. When we enable the deletion vector, it will clean up all the unwanted or unused Parquet files. Okay. Now let's execute this. There are 4 records we are inserting. Now 4 records are inserted. 2, 3, 4, 5. When I look at EMP, there is a third Parquet file got created. Okay. What is this Parquet file? Let me see that. I think this Parquet file is say A1. This is the Parquet file which got added. What all records were expected in this Parquet file? In this Parquet file, we expected 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. ID equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 4 records are available. ID equal to 2, 3, 4, 5 is created. 2, 3, 4, 5 is inserted. Same we can also understand through the transaction log. Let's look at this. Commit info, if you see, it's a write operation. Number of files added is 1 only, but number of output rows added is 4. And if you look at here, what is the file which is added? See, FA1. FA1 means this one, FA1. So now how many records we have? It is saying number of records we have in this file is 4. Minimum ID is available as 2. Maximum ID is 5. Minimum name is Krishna. Maximum name is Venkat. Minimum age is 22. Maximum age is 55 is available in this particular Parquet file. It is saying. Okay. Fine. Now let's select star from EMP. Now when I say select star from EMP, how many records I'll get, Tim? How many records I'll get? 5 records. Because here 1 record I have, here 4 records. I have total 5 records I'll get. So these 5 records are available in how many files?
3 files.
What 3 files, Tim?
Uh,
This is
two
unused.
files.
Again you are coming to that. This is not used. Okay. Only 2 files it has to scan to get it. Right. So now let's see how many files it is really scanned. Go to SQL/data frame. Select star from EMP. When we look at these details, number of files read is how many? Number of files read
2.
is how many, Tim? 2.
2.
Meaning it is just reading only this file and this file. It is not reading this file. That is what you should understand. Okay, clear? If you're not clear,
Uh,
ask.
One thing.
Hmm.
Okay, you have selected SQL here, right? So I thought without percentage magic command, how you are running? Yeah.
This is a SQL notebook. This is a SQL notebook.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
because here
Okay.
if you see mount point I created with the percentile Python.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Maybe you can do it in anything, because it will be easy for you to understand if I show it in the SQL, because internal thing is whether in whatever language it is same.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
Sir, by default it is Python, right? How you change it to SQL?
this is my notebook. I created the notebook in SQL. It is not
Okay, okay.
now I changed it. It is created in the SQL notebook. At the time of creating these things only, I created a SQL notebook. Okay.
Okay.
Now update emp set name equal to new Venkat where id equal to 5. So when I make some update, okay, I'm making a some update. So in which file this update will go, Tim? In which file? Third file this update will go, correct? Now let's say I'm making a some update. You have to understand very carefully from now onwards. Okay, select star from emp. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, you have, but now you see fifth record is updated, correct? Fifth record is updated from Venkat to new Venkat. Is it updated? Yes. Let's understand the latest transaction. Is there any new Parquet file is created? Earlier we were having 3 Parquet files. Now 4th Parquet file is added. Now 4th Parquet file name is this B5. I think yes, this is right. B5 is added, but we don't have any clue what records are there in this B5 file. We don't have any clue, correct? Anybody have any guess which records are written into this file? You don't know. You just have to understand through the log only. Go to delta underscore delta log. So latest transaction is fifth transaction. Let's understand the fifth transaction. Cluster info. This is an update operation. Very. So somebody read this and tell me what you understood from this before I explain this.
Yeah, time executed in millisecond is 6304. Bytes got added is 1295. I mean the number of records. Number added change file is 0. Okay. File is 1. I mean from one file, that one file that update has occurred. Number of rows is 3. I mean third row it has updated. There is no deletion. I think during updation it has removed some bytes. Then again remove file is there. Updated row is 1. Rewrite time is 3518 in milliseconds. Scanning time is 2748. That is same in
Anybody?
milliseconds.
Okay, very good. Anybody wants to try, Tim?
So in this operation, it copied the data from the previous file.
Very
It
good.
updated the row, single row, and it removed the previous file.
Very good,
And it
Cycle.
did.
Excellent. Correct. Number of added files is 1. One file is added. That's what you were saying. This is the file is added. Now it is saying number of copied rows are 3. Meaning out of these 4 records, I think fifth record we have updated. Fifth record or which record we updated? Let's see first.
Yeah, fifth record ID equal to 5.
See predicate equal to id equal to 5, right? Fifth record is updated. Meaning 2, 3, 4 are no change. So what it is saying is here 3, 2, 3, 4 are copied to this file, and it is saying number of removed files is 1. Means see this fifth record is updated. 2, 3, 4 is copied. I think now fifth record updated, fifth record also written into here. 2, 3, 4 are copied into this file, and it is saying this file is removed. Now it is saying this file is removed, it is saying. Okay, to see here what are the files removed, can we see here under remove section? If you see, this is the file got removed, fa1. Let's verify fa1. Is it fa1? Yes, fa1 file is removed, it is saying. Okay, now if you go to here add files, what is the file is added? Let's see. So this is the file which got added. In this it is saying number of records are 4 are available. In this file now it is saying 4 records are available. 2, 3, 4 are copied. Fifth record is updated and written. So total 4 records are available here. Now tell me, when I say select star from EMP, how many files it is going to scan?
It will scan two
Uh,
files.
two, two files.
2 files or 3 files?
Two
Two files it
files.
will scan and five records will it will show.
2 files it is going to scan, first file and the last file. Getting? Now you come down. I hope everybody understood, right? Now I'm just saying select star from EMP. See, it is not that it has to read only 2 files. That is the minimum number of files it has to scan is 2. Sometimes it will go and scan unnecessarily third file also, but actually it has to scan only 2 files. Okay. Sometimes it will scan extra files, but it will not able to read any data even though it is scanned. So let's see. Number of files read is still 2 only. Number of files read is still 2 only. Efficiently it is reading now. It is not scanning unnecessary files. But sometimes it scans unnecessary files. Remember that. So but now it is efficiently reading this file and this file. 2 files only it is reading. Correct? Now.
Uh,
If
will
I
it
say,
show history? Yeah, one doubt.
tell me.
That removal, that file which has removed, got removed, will it show in the history?
File will not be removed, right? Because it just mark it as a file is removed, but actually files will not be removed. The reason is it maintains the versioning, right? Tomorrow if you realize, hey, by mistake I made this update, I want to roll back, you should go back to the previous data. That's why it maintains those data as well. Are you getting?
Okay.
It just mark it as a logically deleted file, but actually this file still available. Tomorrow you realized by mistake I made a update, I want to roll back to the previous version, then it will remove this file, it will restore to the this file, because you realized you made a wrong update, you want to go back to the previous version, then it will make this file as a active, this file it will remove. That is the power of the delta, right? You can roll back. Getting?
Yes.
Okay, any other doubts? Okay, now tell me, when I say select star from EMP where id equal to 1, how many files it will read?
Yeah, it will
It will
read
read both Parquet, but it only displays ID equal to 1.
How many files it will read?
2.
Okay. See, ID equal to 1 is available only in this file, right? So that's why it will read
Yeah.
only one file. That is ideally, efficiently, if it is scanning, it should read only one file. But sometimes it will read more than one. That is okay. But generally, if it is really efficiently scanning, sometimes what happens, Spark job scans more files that we have seen. So that's why. But if it is really scanning properly, it should scan only one file. See, number of files read is only one. Why? Because this one record is available in this file. Why it has to scan other files unnecessarily? Are you getting?
Yeah.
Hmm? Now let's say if I say select star from EMP where ID in 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Now tell me how many files it has to scan?
1 file.
2, 3, 4, 5 is the efficiently if it is scanning only one file. Correct?
Yeah.
See, number of files read is only one. Correct? Because 2, 3, 4, 5 records are available in a single file. Next, select star from EMP where ID in 1 comma 2. Now tell me how many files it will scan.
It will scan 2 files.
It will scan 2 files. Okay. See, number of files read is 2. Is it working as expected? Yes. Correct. Now select star from EMP where ID equal to 10. What happens, Tim? Where ID equal to 10? Why it is not throwing any error? Why it is not throwing and why it is not throwing any error, Tim? because with id equal to 10 you don't have any data, so it simply skip it like this. Okay, now I am doing delete from emp where name equal to new Venkat. Delete from emp where name equal to new Venkat. What happens, Tim? When I say delete from emp where name equal to new Venkat, I am just performing the deletion operation. You just execute this. Okay, now I think this is the file which got added. Now this a file got added, Tim, but you want to understand what records are there in this file. Okay, how anybody can guess it? What files are there? What records are there in this file? No,
It
you
will
can't.
contain 2, 3, 4 records.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. Okay, so you just have to go through the delta log to understand that. Remember, don't guess it like that. Okay, so maybe what you guessed is correct, but you can't say 100% that is the right. Okay, just go to focus mode, run this. You see a deletion operation is performed. Number of added file is one file I have shown you. Number of copied records are 3. Number of deleted rows is 1. Number of deleted file is 1. What is the file is deleted? So this is a file got deleted, that is 8b5. 8b5 means this is a file got removed. This file is now removed, and it is saying 2 comma 3 comma 4 records are 3 records are copied. Okay, 3 records are copied. What is the file, in which file it is added? ff1. In this file the data is added. Number of records 3 are available. id minimum id is 2, maximum id is 4. 2 3 4 are available. Clear? Are we good? I have
Yeah,
shown you when you insert a single record versus multiple record, with update, with deletion, with select, what is happening, everything. Huh? Now let's understand the history of this emp table. See, there is you created a table, changed a not null, then added a constant, age constant, then you added a single record, you added a 4 records, then you made an update for the 5th record. Now you deleted a 5th record where name equal to new Venkat. Okay, so these are the transactions are performed. Now select star from EMP means you will get a 4 records. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we know that efficient scan should scan only 2 files. See, number of files read is 2. Now merge operation on the EMP table. Merge operation, if you're not aware, you'll come to know from now onwards. So very careful observe. Anybody heard about merge operation? People who are working should aware merge. It is very, how many stars you want, those many stars you need to put.
Yeah, merge operation
Merge
is a kind of SCD type 1 operation where like based upon the join columns, we will do match. In case of match, we will do update. In case of not match, we will do insert.
Yeah, we can say update and insert.
Okay. Create table emp underscore update id int name string agent active boolean. Insert into emp underscore update values are 3 comma sai 33 false. So what I'm doing here, I'm just creating one table called emp underscore updates, and I'm getting a 3 and a 5. And if you see 3 sai 33, instead of active true, I am updating it as active equal to false, meaning third record is updated record. 5th record, if you see, this is a new record. So if id is matched, I'll update it. If ID is not matched, I will insert it. That is what the merge. You see here, select star from emp underscore updates. It can be used anywhere, team, not only SCD1 or SCD2. It can be used everywhere. Okay. Select star from emp. Now you see this is the source data, this is the target data. Now I am performing the merge on the emp table. Merge into emp using the source data. If ID is matching, when matched, then update. What all things we are updating? Take the target table emp name you update from the employee underscore update table, age you update from update table, active you update from active table. So when the IDs are not matching, just insert ID, name, age, active. These values you insert from the source table. I'm just performing the merge operation. When I perform the merge operation, now you see one record is updated, fifth record is inserted. Okay, select star from emp. Okay, you see all this data, it is marked as a false and fifth record is inserted. Now describe history of emp, what happened on the emp table, try to understand here. So it is saying merge operation. Okay, merge is happened. Now let's try to understand this emp. Okay, what is the latest? Yeah, so this is the just a Parquet files. What is the latest Parquet file got added? Let me understand. I think 6AF5 is already available. 6F5 is 8B5 is available. 52B is not available. I think this is a file got added. Now total how many files you have? 3, 4, 7. Right, 7 files are there, but here we are seeing only, here we are seeing what team? Here we are seeing only 6 files. Now we also need to understand what is the other file, 6B3. 6B3 is also not there. I think these two files got added now. Let's understand what happened in these two files. Okay, what happened in these two files, let's understand. Through the delta log only we can able to understand. Okay, so the latest operation is 7th operation. Let's try to read the JSON file. So cluster ID, here it's a merge operation. It is clearly stating number of output rows are 4, number of source rows are 2. Okay, this operation perform. Number of target files added is 2 files are added. Number of target files removed is 1. 1 file is removed. Number of target rows copied is 2. And number of target rows inserted is 1. Number of target rows updated is 1. Number of target rows updated is 1. Now what is the file got removed? Let's understand that. So this is the file got removed. FF1 is the file which got removed. Okay, this is a removed file. And it is very clearly stated 2 and 4 are copied, but we don't know where it is copied, where it is updated, right? So let's expand this. So this is the file which got added, B3, 6B3. Where is 6B3? This is 6B3. In this, number of records are 2. What are those two records? ID2 and ID4. These two records are added. Okay, these two copied, 2 and 4 is copied into this. And if you just come here, because only 2 records are there and it is clearly saying ID2 and ID4, meaning these 2 records only available. Now here this is the 52B. 52B means this is a file. In this file it is saying number of records are 2, ID is 3, ID is 5. So ID 3 and 5 are available, those 2 records. ID 3 and 5 are available here. 3 is the updated record, 5 is new record. Okay, so now ultimately these 4 files are unused, and currently these 2, total 3 files are available. Now when I say select star from EMP, how many files it is going to read, Tim?
3 files.
So this is a merge operation, select star from EMP. Let's understand this. Total data is available in 3 files, right? Number of files read is 3. Is it checking correctly? Yes, it is scanning correctly. Next, if I say select star from EMP where ID in 3 comma 5. 3 comma 5 means how many files it's supposed to scan? How many files it's
One
supposed to scan?
one
Only
file.
one file. Job 125, 126. This, I think so. So number of files read is, now it is saying 2. See here, it is not efficiently scanning, right? It is unnecessarily reading 2 files. That's what I am saying. It is not always it reads exact number of files. It can read extra files also. Okay. See, 2 files scanned, but actually our data is available in how many files? 3 and 5 is available in same file. And one more thing, Tim, just a minute. I think something happened now. Mm, just a minute. Okay. It is correct. Okay, nothing happened. Fine. So here 2 files scanned. Okay, not efficiently scanning a single file. It is unnecessarily scanning extra file. 2 comma 4. Here also let's see. Wherever merge operation efficiently creates a confusion, and it basically scans the 2 files which are added as part of the merge operation. Remember that. Okay. Here also I think it scanned 2 files, because merge result wherever you have, it scans those 2 files. See, these 2 files which are added as part of the same transaction. But now let's go with the select star from EMP. So as per, yeah, now I think we should get a only one file, because as part of the merge operation this is not changed, and you will have select star from EMP where ID equal to 1. Just check it. Number of files read is 1 only. See here. Okay, wherever merge operation happened, as part of merge 2 files are added, so it is just scanning those 2 files to get these records. Actually internally if you look at, these 2 files are available in a single file, but it is scanning extra file just to uh, scan and see is there any record available in the other file as part of the merge operation. Okay. Okay, so anybody have any questions still here, because we are going to the different thing now. Any
So
questions still? Hmm.
yeah, update we saw one file is added and one file is removed like that. So in delete operation, delete or drop operation, what will happen? I think files will not got added, will not add, right? I mean, in the same file it will look and it will remove that column.
Come again, your question, I did not get your question.
No, no, we saw that update, insert or merge, right? What will happen in the delete statement if you delete one column, or drop statement?
Dropping the column.
Yeah, suppose delete or drop. I mean, drop means it will drop the total this one. Sorry, truncate we can say, right? Truncate or delete operation.
Truncate, what it will just mark all the files as removed.
Okay,
Just it will
okay,
mark all the files as removed. Okay.
okay.
First truncate will support or not, we need to see. Okay. So I'll perform that operation at the end. Let's see now what I'm trying to tell you is, now if you look at this, there are a lot of delta logs. Okay, so there are a lot of delta logs we have, right? Now what happens is, this delta, like what it does is, for every 10 transactions it creates one uh, checkpoint. That checkpoint will be efficiently helps to understand what happened in the last 10 transactions. Instead of scanning all the 10 different delta logs JSON files to understand, it creates a checkpoint file. Okay, now you see, now I am saying 5 transactions I am running. So already 7 transactions are completed. 5 transactions if I run, total 12 transactions. 12 means for every 10 transactions itself, it is going to create a checkpoint. Okay, maybe otherwise I'll run for 15 transactions. So are you seeing, like dynamically I'm adding these values to just to insert. Okay, here it will insert 100, 101, 102, 103, something like that. Name always go as a text, and age will go as 18, 19, 20, and so on. Is active always go as a true. So one by one record I'm inserting, meaning every insert of record is a one transaction, because all the records I'm not inserting at once. I'm executing one by one transaction. Now you see, it is clearly suggest, it will show you here. See above, 1 second, it will, when it comes I'll highlight. See here, snapshot version 11 is completed. Next snapshot version 12 will come. 1, 2, 3. See, snapshot version 12 is completed. So that's how it just complete all the 15 transactions we said. See, 13th version is created. So we can also see here, or we can, because it is keep on adding, right? We can see live here as part of the global India landing EMP folder. See, I go inside delta log. You should be able to see. See, checkpoint is created or not? Checkpoint is created. Okay. See, every 10th transaction checkpoint is created. Now job is running. As of now, I think 16 transactions are completed. It will keep on adding. 17, 18. So when the 20th comes, again one more checkpoint is created. For every 10 transaction, one checkpoint it is going to create. See, checkpoint.parquet. So that's how every 10 transactions, one checkpoint will be created. Instead of referring all the files, checkpoint will tell you this is what happened. So this is the data for these 10 transactions. So that is the checkpoint. Okay. I think it is about to complete now. 22. It's completed now. Okay. Now if you look at the same delta log, you can also query from here to see, or you can directly see from the data lake. See, 22 transactions we have. Now if you look at this Parquet file and see what data it contains, just maximize this. So it contains, so what all files are added, everything, all the information you have here. Okay, so second, yeah, here. So these are the min-writer version, min-writer versions it is showing, and then it is saying metadata. Okay, what all columns you have here, what all the check constants that you have here, and what all the files that got added here. Okay, so B352B, so all these are part of this. So 52B, and what is this team 6B3, where is that? 6B3. So all the files. Okay, so there are some files which got removed as part of this. So everything, all the summary details, you can say, it is going to keep it under this checkpoint Parquet file. Okay, Okay, Tim. Yeah, I think that's all for today, Tim. So we have seen create the table, altering the not null, and all, adding the checkpoint, update, delete, and merge functionality we have seen today. Okay. Tomorrow I'll show you with the deletion vector. What deletion vector does is, see why it has to scan these many files only for one record, why it has to refer. For only two records, why it has to refer. What it does, it just mark all these three files as removed, and it summarize all the data and write it into a final one Parquet file. Okay, so those things we will see tomorrow. Any questions, please let me know, Tim. That's all for today from my end. No questions.
No.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
truncate we
Okay, sorry, yeah.
yeah.
Use aspect, I forgot. Okay, it is supported. Okay, now let's understand the delta log for this. Delta log, I think 23 you need to read. See here, I think it just marked all the files as, okay, all the
Deleted.
files it marked as deleted. So many files are there. I think as part of the, okay, so later we inserted, right? We inserted some data, right? So that's
Yeah.
why all the data it just marked as a deleted. See, all the files marked as a removed. There is no add. Operation is truncate, and removed files only you have. There is no other columns. You have only two columns, right? Commit info and remove. Clear?
Yeah, clear. Thank you.
But actually it is not deleting any files, just marked for a deletion. For example, tomorrow if you want to roll back, you can roll back. That thing we will discuss in the future session. Okay, okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, Tim, then thank you all. That's all for today.